Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to be continuing to solve addition and subtraction multi-step problems in contexts. So let's have a look at the style of question you might see today. So it says, a shop is looking at how much money it made in profit in a month. In week 1, the shop made £2,678 in sales and spent £869 on their staff wages. In week 2, they made £3,459 in sales and spent £456 on their electricity bill. In weeks 3 and 4, they made £5,983 in sales but had to pay £1,675 for their rent. How much profit did the shop make by the end of the month? Okay, so before we can even attempt this question, we need to have a think about the vocabulary that's in there. So we've got the word profit, we've got the word made, spent, we've got wages, so we've got staff wages, spent, and then we've got the word pay. Okay, so let's think about these words. So when a company makes profit, that is how much money they have got left after they have paid all of their bills. Okay, so they will make money from people buying things from them, but then they will also have to pay for some costs. And then so the profit is what is left over after we've worked out what the difference between those is. Made, so that refers to how much money they've had given to them by customers. So customers have come in, for example, if they were a clothes shop, the money that customers have spent on the clothes shop is how much the shop would make. So that's what they've made. And then spent, so this is when they're paying out for bills. So staff wages, so the people that work for them, they would have to pay them. So they would have to give some of the money they made to their staff so that they continue to work. And then we've got electricity bill. So again, that's another cost that a business would have to pay. So they have to pay to have the lights on and the tills and things like that. And then we've got pay rent. So when we pay rent, that means we are paying to be in that building. Okay, so now that we know that, we can have a look at how to do it. So what we could do is we could group all things in what they made and then their spent or their costs. Okay, so we can see that in week 1 they made £2,678. Oh, where's my pound sign gone? They made the pounds. There we go. Okay, and then in week 2, let's see, it says in week 2 they made £3,459. So we've got £3,459, and then in week 3 and 4 they made £5,983. So that is what they made altogether in the months, in the 4 weeks, in 1 month. And then let's have a look at their spent costs. So in week 1 they had to pay their staff wages, so that's money that they had to give away almost. So they didn't have that anymore. So that was £869. Week 2 they had to spend £456 on their electricity bill, and then in week 3 and 4 they had to pay £1,675 in rent. So they had to pay to be in their building. Okay, so then what we could do is we could add those numbers together. Okay, so if we were to take 2,678, add 3,459, add 5,983, that would mean in sales they made £12,120. Okay, So then we need to do the same for the spent cost. We need to find out how much they spent all together. So we took our £896, we added our £456, and we added our £1,675 to give us £3,027 in cost. And then we needed to find out how much they made. So remember, we said the profit. So we said that profit equals what they made, subtract the costs, didn't we? Okay, so that's the calculation we need to complete. So we've got how much they made in sales, so 12,120, subtract 3,027, so they made £9,093 in profit. Okay, so if you have a question a bit like this, you might want to start grouping your costs or grouping any information. It could be, it might not necessarily be about sales, but you could group your costs or group your information to make it work in a more logical way. Okay, so you're not looking for all different numbers all over the place. You've got them all together. Okay, and remember to read the whole question before you do anything.